What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Swee's Price is making an extremely important decision that you need to be watching like a hawk. And so today we're going to talk about exactly what's going on, what you need to be watching for, what you can be expecting, and much more. So with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Swee yourself on up to 100x leverage, I highly encourage you to go check out that CoinW affiliate link down below. Guys, I worked out a deal for them. You have 10 days left in this deal right now, 10 days left, where if you deposit greater than $50, they're going to give you some free Swee. So anywhere from $1 to $10 worth of Swee. But if you start trading when you sign up, you have the opportunity to get all the way up to 2,000 Swee completely for free, guys. This is over $6,000 worth of Swee. You basically can get a free bag to some degree. So do go check this out down below. Go check out the terms and conditions, see how you can get in and see how you can sign up and start trading. Because again, there's only 10 days left of this and you absolutely want to go take advantage of it. And CoinW is a fantastic exchange. I've been doing more trading on there recently, so I definitely encourage you to go check that out and let me know what you think. Now, looking at Swee here, I told you all that there's a very important decision going on right now, right? A very important decision. Let's talk about what that is. Now, in order to get a good idea of why the decision that's being made right now is so important, you need to understand the context of why we're here, or, where we are in general. So over the last few weeks, we obviously knew that Swee's price was in this macro descending channel. And I told you all, hey, at some point, Swee's going to try to break to the upside of this. And once it does break to the upside, that is what's going to start to open up the door for Swee to try to push $4, $4.50, $4.60. But when we started to break out, I said, hey, listen, okay, when you break out of these things, these descending channels, you have to validate or verify that breakout. And the way in which you do that are three key steps. Step number one, you have to break out and maintain support. So ideally, you will flip this point of resistance into support and maintain that back test. Swee did that right here. Step number two, you have to look at the channel that you just broke out of and say, where was the last time that I touched the top side of that channel? Right here. And then what we have to do is you need to break that. That's step number two. Once you're capable of breaking this level, this then invalidates the macro downtrend. It shifts the macro trend upwards, and then you're in a position in which you can do step number three, which is clearing the 618 to 786 Fibonacci zone, which doesn't really matter because quite frankly, we didn't get that far. What happened was that Swee did successfully establish that support, but as it was trying to complete step two, it did get rejected to the downside, causing, of course, the pullback that we're seeing now. Now, interestingly enough, as we are getting this pullback towards the downside, we are in a situation to where we might be setting a macro step one, which is us still trying to build some support and backtest this previous channel and flip this big old channel into some support. And so overall, where we are right now, although it can feel scary and can feel kind of bad, it's actually not all that bad, because if Swee can successfully build up the support here, there are many good arguments to be made that it might try to work itself back up to 366 sometime soon. And so today we're going to talk about how, what you need to be on the lookout for here, how we can identify if this is going to be successful, and a couple of moves that we can be making now. And I will let you know, guys, if anything that I say in this video is kind of confusing because maybe you're a little bit new to this, or if you're someone who is completely advanced, I mean, you're trying to elevate as much as possible and you already know all of these things, no matter who you are, all I ask for you is if you are someone who is just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, stick around to the end of the video. Okay, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you about what's happening over in our Discord server right now, because it's absolutely insane. There's so much value being provided to all of the members who are in the Discord server, from daily charts, daily fundamental analysis, my thoughts, insights, buys, sells, professional trade teams, classes, workshops, courses, and the community is going insane. The gains they are printing, you can see here, are absolutely absurd. So if you want to, again, simply just become a part of this, be a part of these gains, be a part of a community that's growing, stick around to the end of the video and I'll tell you exactly what you need to be on the lookout for and what to do. So looking at Swee now, let's talk about the fact that we're getting this back test, because I told you, look, we failed step number two that rejected the price back downwards, and now it's trying to back test this channel again. What this means is that at this exact moment, Swee's price is trying to flip this big old point of resistance into support for a second time. Now, it's not a terrible thing. I will just put it like that. It's not a terrible thing because, generally speaking, a back test is rather common. Whenever you see a crypto in a bull market, say if this is our resistance point, you right here, right? And you break above it, it's very common to see the price get pulled back down to that resistance zone, try to flip it into a support zone, and continue upwards. You will see that rather frequently. The only concern that I have is that Swee's already done this. Swee came back down and hit your back test right here before getting rejected. And what it did is it got rejected again. It failed to the upside again, and and now we're back testing it for a second time. And so if I am going to show any sign of concern, it is just at the fact that we've done this already and we're doing it for a second time. But outside of that, I don't think SWI's price coming back right here to backtest is a bad thing, and it's a very important decision. If SWI's price is capable of maintaining some support right here, I do think that we will over time see it work itself back up to $3.66. Some of the primary reasons that I do believe that are first and foremost from a structural perspective. What you can see is SWI is trying to create something of an Adam and Eve pattern right here. We see these all the time during bull markets, and in order for this to be completed, we would look for SWI's price to come back up towards this key green line again. So from a structural perspective, this setup is there. We just need to see the move. If we go off of a structural perspective a little bit though, and we pull up something like our 4-hour RSI, for example, what you can see from this 4-hour RSI is that SWI's price has now reset way back down to this 36% threshold. Now, although this not overextended to the downside, what you can see is that historically speaking, when we even get this low over the last couple months, it is a fantastic opportunity to start doing some buying because SWI likes resetting around this 36% threshold. So from an indicator perspective, things are looking good. Whenever we do look at something like our Fibonacci's, what you can see here is not only do we have this support from the actual channel itself, right, the descending channel, but we also have this golden ratio support, the 618 to 786 micro Fibonacci support, also holding the price up right here that is going to try to force it back upwards. And so when you combine in the fact that we're getting a back test, we're seeing a possible strong setup for a structure, we're seeing the RSI reset, and we're running into some support from the 618 to 786 zone, everything tells me that there's a good sized chance that SWI does try to find some support here and push higher. And if that is the case, as I mentioned before, I think that it could still be the opening of the door for SWI to try to start making these move upwards, especially as we do get further and further removed from these token unlocks that everybody's all worried about. And so my opinion and perspective right now is that sure, although it can be a little bit gut-wrenching to see SWI's price just constantly falling, where we are right now is a good spot, and it is trying to hold some support, and I think that there's a good chance it'll be successful and try to push up back towards these levels. And so as a result of it, I personally did do a little bit of buying on some SWI this morning. As you can see here, yep, scooped a little SWI at the macro backtest as we were starting to interact with this key level, and even since that purchase this morning, the price is up a decent amount. And so because of that, I am still pretty excited with where we are for SWI right now. I think it's just systematically breaking out of this downtrend, and people just need to remember, just because it's sideways or down right now when the rest of the market, like something like XRP, is pumping, doesn't mean that SWI's dead. SWI has outperformed the vast majority of the top 20 the entire year. It's going to have these moments where it cools down, and that's normal and that's expected. And when you get moments like this where you can systematically break out of something, it usually can open up the door for a big old move upwards. And so I am still expecting that SWI is still in the race. I do still hold a lot of my position, and I am still expecting a possible $4, $4.50, $5 SWI, maybe even sometimes rather soon. So of course I will continue to update you about that, but I just need you to pay attention very closely to what's going on right here, because again, if we hold the support, things are looking very good. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you're someone who is just trying to maybe understand what we're talking about in this video a little bit better, or if you're an advanced trader looking to just simply elevate your game as much as humanly possible, I want you to head down to the Patreon link down below and check it out. For the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper, so either $17 a month, $5 a month, or $1 a month, you can join the Discord server. When you do, you're going to get access to insights with Tyler, which are sometimes the thing that I'm buying, selling, changes to the portfolio that I'm making every now and then, some of my thoughts and insights about news, events, or just where the market's at. You'll get daily technical analysis reports from me, daily fundamental analysis reports from me. You're going to get pro trade team signals from 2 professional trading teams. These are people who make a living off of trading, giving you their buy and sell signals every day throughout the week. You're going to get premium classes, 5 keys to bull market investing, Tyler Hill and mastering the Fibonacci's. You're going to get premium live workshops. Just yesterday, Crypto Atlas came on and did a beginner's guide to XRP. You're going to get beginner's courses. There's one on technical analysis out now, 30 minutes long, 20-page PDF, 2 cheat sheets that you can use. I have one coming out tomorrow on leverage trading. And then in the future, we have one on fundamental analysis, meme coin investing, and altcoin investing. And then lastly, there's Tyler's tips. These are 2 to 3 minute long videos that just go over helping you with random stuff, like a tour around TradingView, websites I use, stuff like that. All of that, in addition, you will get to join the community, which again is going absolutely berserk. Look at the gains that this community has been printing over the last couple just hours. This is just from today. In the last 2 or 3 hours, they are printing gains. And it's because we're cultivating an amazing community of of people who are learning and adapting and evolving and using it to make more money. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of these gains, be a part of a growing community that's learning and growing, go check out the Patreon link down below, because you can get access to that for less than a freaking Netflix subscription, which I think is a great deal. So go check that out. Don't forget, if you do start trading on that CoinW link, you can get some free SWI. So I want you to go check that out down below. And most of all, guys, pay attention to this back test. Watch this very closely, because if this is successful, hey, we might finally start seeing some gains soon. So of course, I'll keep you updated as this all does play out. All I ask from you is just smash that like button on your way out, guys. I do post 4, 5, 6 videos every single day, so I do still have a few more ready for you coming later today. So stay tuned for those, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.